He's actually an animation sprite, so he's actually wobbling back and forth, kind of like this, if you will, little mono monkey. So he's going to be doing that. And these are all going to be inside that content folder, and that's what's really important. We've standardized on this content folder, so you add your images on Android, on iOS, on Windows, so you could optimize the density, if you will. So even on iOS, you could do at 2x, at 3x, so you could handle Retina displays, and same thing on Android. You could actually handle HD images if you're going on a high-resolution device, for instance. And each of these sprites that we're seeing here is just a CC sprite, and we'll load them in different ways. And what's interesting here is you have a cloud, and then you have like this ball here, and this ball is also just a sprite sheet, but it doesn't have any animations. You could add everything into one big sprite sheet. If you've done any game animation, you kind of just snip it all out. So that way, you don't have multiple images that you have to maintain. It's just one sprite sheet that you're going to be loading up. And there's tools that we interact with. So now that you actually have things on the screen, we want to interact with it in some way. Now, of course, you're going to be running a game loop, so you can actually have elements falling or moving around or shooting a bullet, and that bullet has its own logic that's running. But if you want to perform tasks on these sprites, and we call them nodes, so each node there, you might want to tap on something or perform an action. And an action can be multiple things. An action could be a sequence. Maybe it's a spawn sequence. Maybe it's a rotation. Maybe it's an animation. And you're running these actions in parallel. You can run them asynchronously because we async awaitify everything. So if you want to wait on one thing to occur, or we have a way of just streaming up a bunch of actions in a row. So for instance, maybe you tap on the screen. We want to move a monkey to that new coordinate. You want him to kind of animate over there, and then you want him to stop animating when he's done. So it'd be 3 specific actions that you queue up in a row.